thought tonight was, certainly a night that we needed to regain some confidence and go out and compete for 9 innings. And Campbell's got a very good ball club, and they've won a lot of games this year, and they've got their Sunday starter on the mound, and Chassie's been really good for them. And I thought our guys offensively were outstanding the majority of the night with their approach against him, stay in the middle of the field, the middle of the backside of the field, and trying to stay on the baseball. And we were able to bunch some hits together and get some big hits when we needed them. Still didn't put but 3 runs on the board, and only 1 off of him. Well, 2 off of him. But I thought, we really did have a good approach, and hopefully that's something that they're continuing to gain a better understanding of. Last night was really good for the majority of the night offensively, and it carried over to tonight. Hopefully, our guys will continue to learn and be in a position to make adjustments at game time and make some game time adjustments. Pitching wise, thought our guys competed. We didn't have the best command of the baseball, but they competed and made some big pitches when they had to, and defensively the guys made plays behind them. Gage was effectively wild early, all 3 innings, but he made some big pitches when he needed them. He got a ground ball double play, second hitter of the game. He's 1 pitch away from putting 2 guys on, and gets a ground ball double play. And then the following inning, after a walk and hit batter, he gets 2 big strikeouts. And then, in the third, another ground ball double play on a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded, and gets out of there scoreless and turned it over to Smitty and, the rest of the bullpen. I thought Nick Bruno was really probably the best tonight out of the group of 5 that came in out of the bullpen. He gave us 2 really solid innings there in the middle of the ball game. But it's a tough game to play defense behind, when you're in a lot of deep counts. You got some walks, you got some hit batters. But I thought our defense, guys stayed locked in and stayed focused all night long and made some huge plays. One of the big plays of the game was, there in the 8th inning, with runners at first and second, the ground ball in the hole with the runners moving, and 3-2, 2 outs. And Greg knew he didn't have a play at first base, and they run around at third. He threw a perfect 1-hop to Doug at the plate for the tag play to get us out of that inning. So, really big plays, double play with Greg and Jackson in the 7th. You won't see a better defensive play than that, with him diving and flipping the ball back and turning a double play on a guy that can run. And so I'm really pleased with how our guys went about their business tonight.
Questions? Was it the plan to have all these relievers come into this game throughout the course of the game, or was it just kind of how it turned out that way?
No, we had planned to use a number of guys, and we didn't want to use anybody more than a couple innings, and most of the guys we didn't want to go more than 1. I was hoping Gage could get us through 4, and then we go to the pen. But when he got us 3, and we felt like he'd had to throw a lot of pitches in some leverage situations and some big pitches, and we felt like 3 was plenty for him tonight. Go to the pen. We knew we were going to need at least 1 person to give us 2 innings, and like I said, Nick Bruno did a great job of that in the 5th and 6th, getting us through those 2 and carrying it to the back end for the rest of the guys.
And in that 8th inning, huge pinch hit home run from Riley Zajac. Was he did you call his number, or how did that turn out to where he would be the pinch hitter in that situation?
We knew that, if they finally went to the bullpen and went right-handed at that spot in the order, that, Riley would go in there, and Coach Hood saw them bringing Heintzman in and got Riley ready to go. And, you know, Riley put a great swing on a 2-strike pitch. And he's had some good at-bats lately. You know, he's had some tough at-bats lately. Swung and missed some, but, you know, tonight, you know, he got his swings off early and finally got himself on time and put a good swing on the ball right there. And that was, you know, that was right behind Greg and Jackson's double play, which was huge, getting us in the dugout scoreless at the time, you know, because we had runners at first and third and one out. And that ball gets through, it's probably first and third again, and still one out and one run in. And it's a 2-1 ball game at that point. So that was a huge play, and it got everybody excited. And, you know, and then Riley follows that up with the first at bat in the bottom half.
How important is it just to get a win, get in the win column, and hopefully try to build on that?
We've been scuffling a little bit over the last 5 games, and like I said, I thought we played well enough to win last night, with the exception of a couple things in the 8th inning. And you know, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to miss some ground balls at times, and you're going to mishandle the baseball. The big thing we're trying to eliminate right now is as many minimal mistakes as we can. And I think last night and tonight certainly was much better than we were over the course of the weekend.